Hi, everyone. This podcast is phenomenal. It's going to help you jumpstart your goals and everything you got going on or want to get going on for the new year. It's going to talk about the difference between expertise and authority. And you're going to be amazed that when you focus on the right thing, how your business expands and grows at tremendous levels, and you're able to help more people reach optimal health. Let's check it out. Hi everyone, Doug Grant here, and I'm really excited to talk to you about this subject of getting ready for the new year and how you want to plan and set goals. And instead of teaching you about setting goals specifically, it's about a mindset of what to focus on and really what you're wanting to achieve. Because if you set out the exact thought process of what you're wanting, the end result, then the things that are needed to get there will come to you, and you'll be able to write them down in whatever format you have, whatever type of planner or program. But really, focusing on the end result is the key. And I want to go over something with you that might be a little bit of a paradigm shift or a change that hopefully will help you with your clinics and with your patients and even in your personal life, family, everything else. And it's the difference between expertise and authority, and understanding that and really realizing what you should be focusing on. Now, it kind of seems strange at first, but we assume that people become authorities because they have expertise, right? That they get their expertise and they're good at it and they become authority in that, and that's how they become known and are sought after as an expert or authority in that field through their expertise. And it seems like one thing automatically feeds the other, that as you become the expert and you get that expertise, that you become the authority. But that's not the case, and that's really an important distinction that we're going to make today. An expert is somebody who knows a lot of stuff. And you know a lot of experts, right? They know a lot of stuff. I've worked with a lot of people that know a ton. But an authority is somebody who helps a lot of people. Big difference. Again, an expert is someone who knows a lot of stuff, but an authority is somebody who helps a lot of people. And that's really the distinction there. Is you can be an authority and not necessarily be the ultimate expert, but you focused on helping other people. And that's what I want you to think about and to focus on for the coming year as you set your goals. Let's go through that to help understand it a little bit better. There are some examples of this. Take Dr. Oz for an example. Dr. Oz is an authority. Now, is he the leading expert in the world at what he does in his field? Probably not. There's probably people that know a lot more expertise on the medical side or even holistic medical side of things, and that really have a lot more knowledge in that area. But Dr. Oz has the TV show. He's the one that gets called on by the press whenever they need an opinion. You see him, well, let's go see what Dr. Oz thinks. But yet he's not the leading expert, but he is a leading authority. You start to see the difference a little bit? So people know him, they like him, they trust him, and the work he does helps a lot of people, even though he's not the best or the world's leading expert in that field. There's other examples of that. Oprah Winfrey is a great example of that. Think about it. If Oprah Winfrey opened up her own chiropractic clinic right now, would she have a ton of people come? Absolutely. Would she be a good chiropractor? I don't know. Let's say not, because she probably hasn't gone to school or learned anything, right? But could she open up the clinic and use expertise and just bring any chiropractor in there and it'll probably be filled? Absolutely. Because she's an authority and she speaks as an authority, even in areas that we know she's not an expert at. And there's a lot of people in that area. That's why they get, you have different people in sports get into politics or things like that, and they know nothing about it, but people will listen and they'll follow them and they'll quote them. Why? Because they are an authority and they have established themselves as an authority. And so if they do become knowledgeable in a certain area, then they're able to give that information in a way that people believe them, as if their expertise was the highest level, as if they were the best. So focusing on, becoming an authority is actually it's more important than becoming the world's leading expert in that field. Does that make sense? Is you want to have expertise, you want to have that information, that ability to help people, hopefully even a little better than others, and you want to continuously work to gain that knowledge and the expertise, but along the way make sure you do the things to build authority. And that's really important. I want you to understand that and really focus on that today. So the point here is that expertise is not the key to building authority. It helps, and you need to have it to deliver your service properly, but patients are attracted to people that they like, that they know, and they trust, right? Patients are attracted to people that they like, they know, and they trust. And that's what you got to really focus on building authority, is to help with your patients liking you, knowing you, and trusting you. So that bedside manner, that how you speak to them, how you do your marketing so they feel like you're speaking to them in emails or little videos you make or whatever it is, that's really the key. So instead of talking about your credentials, talk about the specific outcomes you achieve with patients. More importantly, show your prospects what those outcomes look like. And that's how you'll build the trust that will turn you into an authority. That's really the key, is to, again, don't say, well, I have 10 years of experience of this, or my credentials are this. I'm DC, ACBK, K, da-da-da-da-da-da. No, it's important for them to know that you are who you are as a doctor, whatever it is your expertise, your credentials might be, but in a very short way, and focus on the outcomes. Focus on testimonials. When you have someone come to you that says, hey, I have a concern. I have this low back pain that radiates down my leg, and I just can't get rid of it no matter what I do. Oh, that's great. In fact, I have many patients that come to me, one just a week ago, who had the same problem, that their low back hurt, radiated down their leg, and weren't getting help other places. But we've done these techniques, and we have these special things that we can do to be able to help relieve that. And XY testimonial, that they're able to see what you can do for them, not focusing on your degrees or your credentials. That's not what makes you an authority, right? What makes you an authority is what you can do for them. So this dilemma keeps coming up with people, and they can't seem to get past it. That it's the same thing that happens every year. It's referred to as the spinning wheel syndrome. And it's like the hamster stuck in that wheel going round and round without any way to get off of it. And so it's some ways it's like that's just life, but it doesn't have to be. How many times have you guys made a New Year's resolution list, and then come a few weeks later, February, sometimes you get lucky and make it to March, that you just give up on a few of them or most of the things that you put in there? So the key is what can we do different to get out of that spinning wheel syndrome and get back on the wheel and really start making things happen? And that's a tough one. But if you're setting your goals and say, look, I want to become an authority. What can I do to help people like me more, know me more, trust me more? And I work on those things with the patients. Don't give credentials. Don't blow yourself up that way. Blow yourself up by testimonials. Blow yourself up on what I can do for you. You become that authority, and that's really the key, and it'll keep you from being doomed to repeat past problems. Now, let's talk for a second about some of the things that you can do and put into place, and give you some examples and a very specific protocol to help you achieve these things, to help you become an authority, to help you really reach your goals this year, not just be like that hamster in the wheel and go round and round. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to treat this like a Santa Christmas list, right? So for Dear Santa this year for Christmas, I want a bike, an iPad, a unicorn, whatever it might be. Your list of demands, your wishes, gets longer and longer, and the comprehension for how hard it is for Santa to get the unicorn, because unicorn is one of those things, and an iPad and a bike and all those were the others, it becomes uneasy to grasp that. In other words, you're like, you put all these things out there you want, and some of them are ridiculously hard, but you have this huge list, and so it makes it tough. And so instead of making your resolutions like this wish list, you've got to try making your resolutions like a keep, stop, start list. Okay, so I want you to really focus on that. So let me give you an example. Here's how it works. First, ask yourself the question, does this support the life that I'm trying to create? Then you take the time to reflect on the year you've had. Were there any resolutions you kept? Any things you did that you said you were going to do and you did? Why did you keep those resolutions? And then you start on your list. Okay, so here's number one. What things in 2020 have supported the life you're trying to create? So what things in 2020 have supported the life you're trying to create? Did you do a new hobby you picked up during quarantine? Perhaps it's something business related that you did. Possibly it's family time that helped you feel grounded and aligned. These are the things you're going to keep for 2021. What things did you do in 2020 that supported the life you're trying to create? What things did you do right? That you're like, man, through all that, here's some things I started doing, and I like that. It is supporting the life I want to create. It's going to help me be an authority and really get the things done. Well, write those down and keep doing those things, okay? Then number two, what things in 2020 haven't supported the life you're trying to create? Maybe your health has gone down a little bit, like a lot of people's, weren't working out as much, doing different things. Your stress levels were increased, your work environment, you weren't able to put the systems in place to be able to scale, whatever it might be. You're going to stop doing the things that didn't support the life you're trying to create. So in 2020, what things you're like, I really shouldn't be doing that, or I failed at this, or wasn't consistent at that. Those are the things, okay? So what things in 2020 haven't supported the life you're trying to create? Number two, and write those down, okay? It's very important. So you'll quit doing them. Then number three, what things will you start doing in 2021 to support the life that you're trying to create? So these are things you don't have on your keep list, the things you did right in 2020, or on your stop list, the things you're going to stop doing that you did in 2020. So the keep stop list, we're talking about that the things that most likely the things that you accomplish for the year, things that are new, and you want to be practical, achievable, and really support your overall life goals. These are all the things you're going to start. So keep, stop, start. Keep the things you did right for 2020, stop the things that you didn't, and then start the new things. It's that simple. What things are you going to start? And think about becoming an authority. Okay, so let's bring it all back around. You're going to keep the things in 2020 that really helped you. You're like, man, I started doing this and it really helped a lot, and I'm going to keep doing it. Stop the things that you're like, man, I wasn't consistent at exercising, and I'm going to stop allowing that to be the place. I'm going to have a solid plan in place, whatever it might be. And then starting, what are the things that are going to help you really change life, have a paradigm shift so that you become an authority and not just an expert. So when you come to our seminars, you come to a seminar like Homecoming in January, or one of the seminars through the year, you're going to get knowledge to become a better expert at what you do, and things to help with your patients and your base and all that. But what are you going to do to implement those so that people will like you more, they'll trust you more, that they feel like they're knowing you more? Those are the things that we're going to really focus on so you can become an authority so that people will follow you. And when they follow you, it is a huge thing to take on, but because you have to stand up and do things that are right. But when they follow you, they'll follow you and trust you as you come upon things. You know what, I learned this, I feel in my heart it'll be good for you. We need to increase your vitamin D. We need to do these adjustments. We need to do these stretches. We need to do whatever it is. Once you become authority, you can find new things and speak them, and they'll follow you because they have that trust. So focus this year in 2021 on becoming an authority. Use the keep, stop, start method. These are things that is a neat way to teach things that another person in the industry that's helping health professionals is I learned from and was taught, and there's really great stuff. And Success Magazine came out with some of these principles and some of their things that we're learning and being able to teach you. So we want to give credit to them. But it's a better way to make sure the vision of the new year is something you'll want to continue striving for and accomplish, okay? And so if you found yourself becoming a victim of the spinning wheel syndrome and round, these are some things to help get you out of that. Focus on the most important thing, become an authority. Use the keep, stop, start method. Keep the right things, stop the things, start the things that'll help you become authority in the new year. And you're going to have a blessed year. We're so excited. We're going to put things in place to not only help you become an expert, by giving you new knowledge and great things that are coming that I've been working on for a long time. I'm super excited this new year to share this stuff with you, but also on the implementation in a way so that you gain that trust, as you should, from your patients, of becoming a holistic authority, someone that truly cares about the whole of your patient. Remember, we can do this. We can do this one bite at a time. One by time, learn the things, put it into place, set your goals. Just this year, coming up, 2021, really commit to keep chewing. No matter what comes your way, keep chewing. No matter what happens, you get hit, different things that happen, whatever happens to COVID politics, just keep chewing. Grind it out, and you're going to find that success will come your way. You will have that energy, you have the vitality, you'll reach your goals, and we'll be able to help people reach optimal health. Have a great day.